My name is Judith Poelarends, and I was born in the Netherlands in 1975, and my life has always been around animals. I've been an animal scientist, working for the university, finding ways to take better care of our animals. And I think it's like 10 years ago when I felt like something's off in what I'm doing, and then I kind of started my whole intuitive journey. And I learned to practice animal communication, and I discovered that actually there was something more that I always knew there was, but then I discovered like, oh my gosh, I can actually do that. At the time I also learned about flower essences. I found it difficult to express myself about the animal communication. I was a little bit shy, not really sure about myself, and a friend of mine was a flower essence therapist, and she made me some dosage bottles once in a while. And every time she would send me a bottle, I would get the bottle at home, and it's like, wow, this one feels interesting. Or the next month, oh, this one is, even more interesting. And that's when my life started to change. And I did a 1-year class with my teacher, Bram Zaalberg, from Blossom Remedies in Holland. And that was a really interesting journey. That's when I started to understand what life is all about, get a better understanding of my mental and emotional life, and my spiritual life. Like, what is it that I'm here for? That's kind of starting to open up. And I did the 1-year class, and yeah, I think that's when my life really became interesting. And I did some other workshops and trainings just to open even more to the whole intuitive world. And my life really changed in 2013 when 25 Dutch people, including me, went to Alaska to do a training together with my teacher Bram and Steve. And I knew the Alaskan Essences because Bram, he sells them in his shop. And I always thought they were fascinating. And now I thought, oh gosh, we get to go to Alaska. And that's when my whole life kind of changed, by meeting Steve and doing that class and making the essence that we made down there from this wonderful energy vortex in the Homer area in Alaska. That's when kind of my life really took off. And with the result that I'm now here in Montana, USA. Montana is our home base. This is where Steve moved, I think maybe 10 years ago, from Alaska to Montana. Because Montana is a kind of a better place to do the whole production and shipping. That was kind of more difficult to do from Alaska. So summers in Alaska, the rest of the year here in Montana. That's where I now live. And as you all know, Steve passed away in March after being diagnosed with melanoma cancer in January. And I had no idea my life would change that much. But looking back, I would do it all over again, every single step. And so now, if people ask me, hey, who are you? What do you do? Well, I say, oh, something really changed in my life because, I was together with Steve and I was kind of helping him out behind the scenes with his business and during teachings and trainings and the discussions we had. But now he's gone. It's all like, okay, so what is it that we need to do? And it's a wonderful thing to do, to carry on the Alaskan Essences, to be able to work with the essences, to kind of feel like what's the direction, where should we go? And I'm more and more kind of settling in. And when I have some difficulty, there's always Steve. He's still a sparring partner, but then on a different level. And so I'm still kind of finding my way, but I do it with a lot of joy, and it gives me a new purpose in life. And I feel like maybe that was the reason we had such a short time together. For me to just continue his work.